Bueno, no. ¿A quién estás saludando?
¿Perdona?
Perdón.
Sí, sí.
Perdón.
Vamos un momento a los fotógrafos que hagan su trabajo unos instantes.
Un poquito, que se pongan al
Después
centro.
les rogamos que tomen asiento. Y a los fotógrafos, take the pictures for a few seconds.
Arnold, can you look to the right?
Arnold, please.
Thank you very much.
Arnold. Yeah, abajo.
¿Quién es el señor? No sé.
Look here, please. Here.
Por favor, vamos a hacer la prensa. Por favor.
Mr. Governor, most welcome to Spain again. Dear friends in sport, it's a pleasure and it's a privilege to share this press conference with Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger at the opening of the Arnold Sport Festival for the 8th time in Spain, for the 3rd time in Barcelona. Barcelona, a city that loves sport, loves Arnold Sport Festival and love of governor. Es un placer darles la bienvenida a nuestro gobernador por 3ª vez en Barcelona, por 8ª vez en España. Barcelona, una ciudad que ama el deporte, que ama el Arnold Sport Festival y que ama la presencia del gobernador aquí con nosotros hoy. Barcelona is an important city in the history of a small history of bodybuilding in Spain, because it was the host place for the first national championship in 1968. So everything for bodybuilding started here. And Barcelona is a city that has fantastic facilities and is ready to host a festival that is this year hosting and welcome friends from over 80 countries, over 5,000 athletes, thousands of fitness enthusiasts, 1,000 amateur athletes, and an amazing professional event tomorrow evening. Barcelona es una ciudad que está dando la bienvenida al Arnold Sport Festival con más de 5.000 atletas de 35 disciplinas deportivas, más de 1.000 competidores en fisicoculturismo y fitness, un gran evento profesional y numerosas actividades a lo largo del fin de semana. Arnold Sport Festival is a great puzzle of action and activity for people that love sport. And of course, under the inspiration of Governor Schwarzenegger. And it's a great pleasure to be here, to see our athletes performing, to see the newcomers dreaming to follow the steps of our governor, or to have the inspiration, to have the strength in life to beat the daily challenges. Es un lugar donde los atletas sueñan, donde los atletas se inspiran, donde los atletas escriben su historia. Athletes are writing here their history. All of us are writing a page in the history. It's a meeting point for the lovers of sport. It's a meeting point for the passion for sport. 35 sport disciplines. But all of us united and together because of this spirit of action. Son 35 disciplinas deportivas, todos unidos por ese espíritu de unión en el deporte, sin apellidos. Sport for all. High performance competition. Sport to enjoy, sport to see, nutrition to have, sponsors, fitness companies. One hand cannot clap alone. Sport with the industry needs the sport. But all of us, we need for sure the great inspiration that is the Arnold Sport Festival. IFBB, with 197 countries, celebrating the continuous progression of our sport in the Olympic area, is proud to be here part of the Arnold Sport Festival. La IFB está feliz y orgullosa de estar aquí. We are proud to be part of this amazing event, Arnold Sport Festival, under the inspiration of our governor. And I am honored and privileged to pass the floor to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Thank you, Mr. Governor.
Thank you.
very much.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you to you, Raphael, for your great leadership and for this great partnership that we have here in Europe with you. And without you, there wouldn't be any kind of Arnold Classic Europe. So you're a very, very important partner. But we also know that you have a great partner. And Raphael, as he said, he has to go and attend to 197 countries. So that takes a lot of flying around all over the world, obviously. So someone has to go and make the trains run on time. And that is Nuevas. Nuevas, if you would like to get up just for a second. I have such great admiration for you because it's not easy to do this kind of work. And you're doing a spectacular job together with Raphael. So thank you, both of you, for your great friendship and for the great, great work that you're doing, both of you. I mean, building bodybuilding and sports in general here in Spain and all over Europe and all over the world. So thank you very much to both of you. A big thank you also goes to Bob Lorimer, who is sitting here. Your father will be so proud of you because you're wearing a tie finally. But Bob, why don't you get up for a second? This is Bob, who is my partner in the worldwide Arnold Classic organization. And we are now having the Arnold Classic in 6 different continents. And Bob has been a real force behind that, a real positive force. And of course, I started my partnership with his father, with Jim Lorimer, who is now 93 years old, if I'm not mistaken, right? 92? Okay, but almost going to 93 in another year, right? I knew I was right. But in any case, so he is not really traveling that much anymore, which I don't blame him. So Bob is doing all the work now. It's fantastic to have him also here. So thank you very much, Bob, for all your hard work throughout the whole year. Let's give him a big hand. And I'm very excited of being here, even though Raphael thought a few times that I'm not going to come, because first of all, I had a heart surgery just a few months ago, so he thought I would never recuperate on time to come here to the Arnold Classic. And I told him, I said, I'll be back. And then he thought that I'm not going to make it because there was certain uncertainties, in all fairness, because I'm in the middle of filming Terminator 6 in Hungary, Budapest. And when you film a film, it's very hard to get away from that location because filming goes on sometimes, 7 days a week. Sometimes you don't have days off. So I was very fortunate that we had it organized so well, way in advance, that I'm going to be those 3 days off, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this is why I was able to make it here. But as Raphael already said, this is the 8th year that we have the Arnold Classic here. In America, we have, of course, had the Arnold Classic for over 30 years now. It has been highly successful, and it was my vision to promote something that great all over the world. Because I always was a believer that everyone around the world, it doesn't matter from which continent you come from, has the right to be fit, has the right to train every day, has the right to eat good food supplements every day. And so this is basically what we're promoting. We don't just promote bodybuilding, even though that's our passion, that's our #1 love, is bodybuilding and strength training and weightlifting and powerlifting and world's strongest men and all of those things. But we recognize the fact that if you talk about health and fitness, there's many other sports that you can do to stay healthy and fit. And this is why we have reached out to other sports And this is why today we have 50 different sports in this competition here at the Arnold Classic with 5,000 plus athletes. And on top of it, we have almost 1,000 bodybuilders, amateurs and professionals. Did it help too much for you to translate that, or can you translate that?
I can do it, Mr.
Okay.
President. I prefer. President, you prefer.
So, you know, I am a multi-employee. Now I'm going to be the translator. Well, our governor, nuestro gobernador está diciéndonos lo que significa para él estar aquí. Está comentando que considerábamos difícil que pudiera venir porque tuvo un incidente de salud que todos vemos que ha superado ampliamente y que está en una forma magnífica, que las necesidades y las obligaciones de la grabación de Terminator 6. When is going to be the 7?
Maybe next year.
Creo que merece un gran aplauso por ese trabajo con Terminator 6. Habla de la cruzada del fitness, por eso inspiró el Arnold Sport Festival que está en todo el mundo. Ha dado las gracias a nuestro amigo Bob Lorimer, ha dado las gracias a mi esposa Nieves. If you allow me a small intermission, in the Arnold Sport Festival in Barcelona, whatever is good is because of her. If there is any mistake, it's him. Y está comentándonos que hay muchos deportes, que su primer amor es el fisicoculturismo, los deportes de fuerza, el weightlifting, él practicó weightlifting y fue un atleta de éxito también en esa disciplina, pero que están aquí todos los deportes, que hay una cruzada del fitness en todo el mundo y que él está orgulloso de liderar en esta forma esa cruzada a través del Arnold Sport Festival. Mencionó también al padre de nuestro amigo Bob, al señor Jim Lorimer, que es quien empezó el evento con él hace muchos años, que tiene 92 años y se mantiene en muy buena forma, aunque está viajando menos, y está celebrando estar aquí con nosotros y pensando en las próximas ediciones. Muchas gracias.
So I'm looking really forward to tomorrow's events and to watch the various different sports. We're also very excited to have broken a record now with over 700 booths. So there's a lot of different companies that are here today, and this weekend they're sponsors of the Arnold Classic, and they're also displaying their products here. And this is what it's all about. The people are going to go through. We expect around 80,000 people to come through here over the next 3 days. And so they're going to have a good time watching all these different sports and seeing, you know, all these fantastic products that are coming out every day in the fitness arena. So I'm looking forward to walking through it, as I always do every Arnold Classic event. I'm kind of like with all the security around it, going through there, shaking hands, taking pictures, and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. And like I said earlier, the whole thing is all about promoting health and fitness sports for everybody. We want the whole family to enjoy it. No matter what sport you do it. Do something every day. We are declaring war on the couch potato, which are people basically that just sit on a couch and watch TV and do nothing. We want everyone to get up and do something. And of course, I've seen the benefits myself, and Rafael has seen the benefits himself, working out every day. Doesn't matter where we are, no matter which country we travel, which city we are in, the first thing you do in the morning before you start thinking is get up and work out, do something. That is the bottom line. This is what we're trying to promote with the Arnold Classic Sports and Fitness Festival, so I hope that you all enjoy it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Bueno, el gobernador nos está comentando que al final esto se trata de un canto a la actividad física. Hacer algo, levantarse cada día, comprometerse con tu propio cuerpo, no estar parado comiendo patatas viendo la televisión. Esto es un canto a la vida activa, que es su propia dedicación cotidiana. Y ahora está invitándonos a todos a hacer. Creo que tenemos tiempo para alguna pregunta. Si hay alguna pregunta, adelante.
Tenemos tiempo para 3 preguntas.
Hi Arnold, one question from the Arnold fans, please. We're having a lot of supplement companies and a lot of fitness industry.
Un segundo, just one second, for me.
One question from the Arnold fans, please. We're having a lot of sponsors, a lot of company like supplement. Are you planning to put your name again on another brand like you've done earlier with Massa Farm?
Te he preguntado que si está pensando en poner de nuevo su nombre para alguna marca de suplementos.
Well, if there is any plans, then we will announce it. And, you know, we are working together currently with some very interesting people. And so you will hear very soon about Ladder, which is a company that we're creating and that will be dealing with food supplements and with healthy foods for the average folks and also for the competitive athlete. Thank you. Absolutely.
Básicamente la respuesta sí, que dentro de poco podremos tener noticias de un trabajo vinculado a una compañía de suplementos para la gente normal y para deportistas de alto rendimiento. Así.
Hello Arnold, how are you? You remember me?
Thank you. Of course, how can I forget you? Very few people that have a chest like you.
I'm very happy. You support the bodybuilding, you are the best bodybuilder in the world. And when you support the Arnold Classic with the President Rafael Santoja, working together, it's the IFB going well and going very good. And I'm very proud with the family, the IFBB, 197 country. And I welcome you, and I come here to visit you. I'm sorry, I lost my all stuff at the airport. It's not coming with me. I look like somebody from the street, you know, walking in the street. But I feel great, and I wish you all the best. And I look forward to see you. And I have some souvenirs to give you, if I allowed to give you now.
See you later. Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
that very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
El señor Sassenfried, el representante de la Federación en Israel, que le conoce hace muchísimo tiempo, le ha pedido disculpas por la indumentaria, por haber perdido la maleta, y ha quedado en enseñarle unas fotografías. One more, please.
Hi, Mr. Governor. Jean Daniel Kolobal from Greece, from the Diplomat. You have been 7-time Eastern Olympia, 2 times Governor of California. You are very inspiring in all the video that I see. I want just 3 advice to the young people in Greece that they have a crisis about economic, politic, and social. That's it. You are very inspiring for us.
Thank you.
Pues unas palabras de inspiración para la juventud griega por la crisis política, social y económica. Y algo seguro que vas a responder.
I want to ask you a question. Have you always been so positive?
In my life, I am very positive.
Good. You got to keep positive about all of those challenges. I think every country has challenges, as you know. I think the key thing is to keep always in mind a clear vision of where you want to go. So if you're a young person, man or woman, I think it's important to have a vision of where you want to go in life. And part of it should be health and fitness and exercising and sports. But the other part should be to develop your mind and to have a great goal of where you want to go in as far as a job is concerned. You know, for me it was always to be a bodybuilding champion and to be an actor, to be a leading man and so on, and a businessman. And so I think that's a key thing, is to have great goals, no matter which country you are, no matter how poor you are or how much problem the country has. The key thing is that each individual always has a great goal, and then go after this goal with 100% of your energy. That's the most important thing, because when you have no goal and you just look at the situation of a country, you're definitely not going to end up successful. You got to have a goal, and then you have something to strive towards and to go after. Okay?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Básicamente lo más importante es tener una clara visión de unos objetivos positivos y trabajar a por ello, siempre objetivos ambiciosos. No importa de qué país eres, cuán pobre eres, siempre lo importante es esa visión de un gran objetivo y ir tras de él. Klaus? Excuse me.
I'm from Germany and I follow a little bit the politics in America. Dear Mr. Governor, I'm from Germany and I'm following a little bit the politics in America too. I think America needs different visions too. Are you planning to go back into politics?
I have only one vision right now, and that is to promote fitness all over the world, to do more movies, and to make sure that the world is going into a clean and green energy future, and that we create certain political reforms in America through the Schwarzenegger Institute at USC. And so those are kind of my plans and my goals for the near future, but not to go into politics, because you can have a great effect on your country and also on the world without being in politics. There's many people that are very inspirational and that are really showing us the way that are not in politics. So I can be outside of politics and still create great change. But that's what I always felt I was born for, is to go and to create change and to make this a better world. And I feel very responsible for that.
Thank you.
Sure.
Básicamente la pregunta era si iba a pensar regresar a la política. La respuesta ha sido no. La prioridad ahora es el trabajo la cruzada por el fitness, las películas, pero sí, evidentemente, impulsar un mundo más sostenible y un mundo mucho más ecológico.
Ha mencionado también al Instituto Schwarzenegger, está dedicado a la promoción de un mundo menos polucionado, un mundo más verde, y cree que a través de esas actividades se puede influir muy positivamente en la política.
Hi Arnold, nice to see you. Are you good of your injury? In today's day, which is more difficult for you? To train hard and to diet, or to be connected of all social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat?
¿Qué es más difícil hoy, entrenar y hacer dieta o estar conectado a las redes sociales?
Well, I think that to me it's very important that I can communicate through social media with the world. And I think social media has, as you know, big disadvantages and big advantages. And the big advantages is that you are communicating of what you want to communicate, and you don't need the media per se that much anymore to communicate. Just, I'm right now shooting in Budapest, and I'm right now in Spain, and I'm doing the Arnold Classic. So social media, communicates all this really well, and so I'm very happy about that. And but my main job is to make sure that every time we have an Arnold Classic sports and fitness event, that we are having more and more, many more thousands of people following us, starting to train and so on. I just came from one of the most wonderful events before I got here, which was at the subway station. Think about it. You would never think that I would say that I just come from a subway station. It was a fantastic event, because what event do you have in a subway station? Normally none, right? But the people that are really the leaders of the subway system here in Barcelona decided that they wanted to have the Arnold Classic kind of there, a little show. And so we were at the subway station, and Raphael can tell you exactly where it was and all this. And there was like 10, 15 different sports from our Arnold Classic Sports and Fitness Festival there presented. And there were martial arts, different types of martial arts. There were cheerleading, and there was pole dancing, there was weightlifting, and there was all kinds of different things, rope jumping and stuff like that. And it was so entertaining. And the general public that normally rides the subways were hanging out there and watching this. And they always said that this is the first time we've seen this. So see, that's what we are about. We want to reach out to the mass, and we want ordinary folks to get inspired by all of these great athletes. And there were athletes there that were like 5 years old, and there were athletes there that were 50 years old. And so they see that, and they see this is for anybody. For at any age you can participate in some sport. And so this was a fantastic event, very, very inspirational when you see those athletes there. There was a 12-year-old weightlifter. I mean, I don't know exactly how much weight he lifted, but I can tell you he lifted a lot of weights. And he was really concentrating. And to see a 12-year-old kid to do that, you know how inspirational this is for everybody when you see a 12-year-old kid lifting there at a subway station. in front of all of these people there, and he got a huge applause when he lifted the weight overhead. So that's what we want to do, is we want to kind of like bring everyone in and say to everybody, look, it feels great to feel fit. It feels great to train every day. It feels fantastic, you know, when you feel strong and all this. Come and participate. So that's what we're all about. And like I said, without people like Raphael and Neves, we would not have events like this. So again, my deep appreciation for all your work that you're doing throughout the whole year.
Dos preguntas más, por favor, señor Vicente. ¿Quieres estaban?
Una pequeña traducción, sería importante.
Rápidamente he hablado, además de las ventajas y desventajas que tienen las redes sociales hoy en día, de la importancia de seguir motivando a la gente. Ha narrado un poco en lo que ha consistido ese acontecimiento que ha hecho en el metro para mucha gente, levantando peso simplemente para motivar, para ser capaz de llevar este mensaje, el mensaje del mundo del fitness, a todas las personas. Y ahí, evidentemente, además, las redes sociales son muy, muy importantes para inspirar a la gente.
Siguiendo con las redes sociales, también hace poco ha colgado una foto con su compañera de reparto, Linda Hamilton, 30 años después. ¿Cómo ha sido ese reencuentro con su compañera de Terminator 6?
Yes, that you posted one picture in Instagram with Linda Hamilton, your first partner in Terminator, 30 years after. So how it was, this meeting again?
Well, Linda and I have been working together since 1983, when we did the first Terminator. So it's great again to see her in this movie and to be as tough as she was in 1983. I mean, she's a tough woman, unbelievable, and very inspirational. And it's wonderful to work with her. And this was her 62nd birthday, so I wanted to make sure that people are aware of it, of how great she looks. And she's 62 years old, and she's a fantastic actress, of course, and a great, great human being.
Enhorabuena, que ya tiene 62 años, se han vuelto a encontrar después de conocerse en 1993 y que sigue siendo una mujer tan fuerte como lo era entonces. Y la última.
Okay, Marco Vanini from Italy. One very important question. You are an inspiration for everyone in the world, all around the world, and more or less everything you did that at the maximum level. So totally, we would like to know, how did you found the time? Because more or less everyone have the same time every day. So can you tell us, please, what's the secret for you to be successful like you?
¿Cuál ha sido el secreto de él para reorganizar su tiempo y ser capaz de conseguir los objetivos que ha conseguido? Porque todos nosotros querríamos conocerlo.
Well, thank you very much for the question. We are going to have a seminar, I think, on Saturday morning, where we have more time to talk about things like that. So I hope that you will come there and ask a question again. But I think that the important thing is that I want to just add quickly here, is that you're absolutely right when you said that everyone has the same amount of time, meaning that we all have 24 hours. And so the question really is how do you look at your life? Do you want to look at your life like, well, let's just casually go through life, and then when you die, no one knows that you even existed? Or do you want to go and make an impact? So if you want to make an impact, that takes time, because you have to study, you have to train, and you have to have a plan and all this. So that means that now from this 24 hours, instead of sleeping 9 hours a day or 8 hours a day, I sleep 6 hours a day. And I always tell people, if you want to sleep 8 hours a day, just sleep faster. Because you got to cut that down. So then when you go and you start doing the math, and you say to yourself, okay, if you sleep 6 hours, now I have 18 hours left. So let's assume for a second you travel 1 hour a day to work and back and all this kind of stuff. So you have 17 hours left. So now you see, you work, let's say 10 hours, which I don't think in European law they work 10 hours, but let's assume for a second they do. Now you have 7 hours left. So the question is, what do you do with these 7 hours? So you can go and you work out every day for 2 hours, really be good in the sport. You can go and study for an hour, hour and a half, anything interesting. Let's say you want to go and learn about music because you maybe have no idea about music, so you just want to study for 1 year the history of music. You do that an hour and a half a day, I tell you, you will be like a professor a year later in music. Or you study a language for an hour and a half a day. So then you still have the time left for private stuff, for your dinners and for going out and dancing and stuff like that and all that stuff. So all you have to do is do the math. You have to just get organized. What people make a mistake in doing is they procrastinate and they overthink. Like in the morning, I always say to people, don't think. Just get up and exercise. But don't think, should I or shouldn't I, because that you will find 5,000 reasons why not. So, but if you take the thinking out, that's why it's not to be misunderstood when I said don't think. It's one of my rules. It's don't think at the wrong time. Think at the right time. So if someone gives you a problem to solve, then think. But when you get up in the morning, you know what the routine is. You look in the mirror, you look like shit, right? And so you come here, you put your jacket on and your sweater, and you go off and you go running. Or you go and step on the bicycle, local gym, and you work out. Or you go to the boxing gym and you do boxing. Whatever it is, you do. But you don't ask yourself, should I or shouldn't I? Because one thing we know for sure is, it's not going to happen by accident that you're exercising every day. You first have to organize it. So that's what I'm talking about is, we all have the same amount of time. It's just what do you do and what is your goal? Because the key thing is that you have a goal in mind, that you see the body that you want to be next spring when you go to the beach. You want to have more abs, and you want to have better delts and this and that, or you want to be a better fighter, or you want to swim faster, or you want to run further, or all of this. There has to be a goal. So there's a purpose. And then you go and you grind it out and you do it. That is the most important thing. So it's just then it is, it gets into the, don't listen to the naysayers and all of those kind of things, and work your ass off and all. So there's many different points and principles that can add on. But if you go on the website, you will find my 6 rules to success, and I laid it out very carefully. But like I said, maybe we have more time during the seminar to talk about some of this stuff. But that's a key thing, and this is why I am an adamant believer in sports. Why? Because when we send our kids to do sports, that's where you learn the lessons. There is no shortcut. If you want to be a good football player or a good soccer player, it's all about how many hours do you spend on that soccer field. I one time walked up to a girl, it's a 7-year-old girl that was playing the piano for one of our political events in America, and she was playing. And I looked at her and said, 7 years old, I mean, this is like unbelievable. And I walked over there, I said, how much practice do you do? She says, well, I started playing at the age of 3, and I play every day 4 hours. This girl is sitting there 4 hours a day. So that's why she is so great. That's why she's doing events, national events in America at that time. I mean, it was like amazing to see that. So it's all about mileage, it's about reps, and that's why I always said life is a workout. Because in everything that you do in life, you have to work at it, and you have to, the more you struggle, and the more you push resistance, the further you will go. It's that simple. Okay? Absolutely, my pleasure.
Ha sido una respuesta que básicamente el mensaje es que el día tiene 24 horas, que hay que aprovechar el tiempo, que hay que planificarse, que las cosas no pasan por casualidad, que pasan por método. Ha hecho un recuento de las horas del día, nos comenta que duerme como promedio 6 horas, que por la mañana no lo pienses, hazlo, ponte a hacer ejercicio, comienza el día así y luego planifícate y tendrás tiempo para tu trabajo, tendrás tiempo para tus hobbies, tendrás tiempo para mejorar en lo físico, tendrás tiempo para mejorar culturalmente, para especializarte. Hacía el ejemplo de un joven de 7 años que tocaba el piano de una manera impresionante, que se acercó a preguntarle cómo es posible y le dijo, empecé con 3 años y practico 4 horas al día. Que muchas veces todos pensamos que las cosas no pasan, pero que es porque no queremos, que hay que poner método, dedicación, trabajar y que se conseguirán muchas cosas. Thank you, Mr. Governor.
Thank you very much.
Aquí también está la rueda de prensa con el gobernador Schwarzenegger y con el presidente Rafael Santonja, el doctor Santonja. Vamos a tomar unas tardes más.
No subas, por favor.
Baja, no.
It's plastic. It's plastic.
Les pedimos un escalón, por favor, si no la seguridad no les va a dejar hacer su trabajo. Y recuerden que el gobernador estará con nosotros en los 3 días de la feria mañana, como he anunciado, a partir de las 9 de la mañana, en un interesante seminario al cual podrán todos ustedes asistir por la tarde a partir de las 5, el show profesional.
Por ahí. Vale. Ponedlo la pierna abajo, por favor. ¿Vale? La pierna abajo. Un momento, por favor. ¿No me piensa nadie subir aquí? Gracias.
Thank you very much.
The towel, please. The towel. My towel, please. The towel is possible.
Thank you very much.
Tienes ya eso, por favor, puedes apartarte, déjale a este señor que quiere hacer unas fotos. Please, behind them. Sorry, one second.
Arnold, por favor.
Thank you. Yes. Arnold, please, Arnold. ¿Puedes intentar tirar para atrás? Thank you.
Perdón.
Sorry, the pen.
Arnold, please.